What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the mindset needed in order to be a successful trader, right? So, number one is you need to build the self-trust necessary to operate in an uncertain environment. So, what does this mean? You need to trust yourself to operate in a market that you're always exposed to risk. Okay? There is always going to be risk no matter what. It's how you cap off that downside risk and you use your risk management. Right? Number two is learn to execute your trading system confidently. So if you have a trading system that works well for you, but you're not confident in that system, meaning that when it comes time to execute that system, you tend to hesitate or you tend to have self-doubt or you're like, oh man, what if this doesn't work? Right? You don't need to be right every single time, right? You can still be right 50% of the time and you'll still be very, very profitable if you maintain a consistent risk-reward ratio. So number three is you need to train your mind to think in probabilities. This goes hand in hand with number two in a way to what I just said, because when you think in probabilities, you lose the need to be right on every single trade. Because if it's a game of probabilities, that means that, just like I said, you could win 50% of the time and lose 50% of the time because it's a game of probabilities, the same way as casino owners operate, right? Think about it. Casino operators, they have about a 5% edge on every single game that is played. So over a large amount of sample sizes, they always come out on top because the statistical edge is in their favor, right? So number four, you need to create a strong belief in your consistency as a trader. You need to believe in yourself and you need to believe in your consistency, right? That is key. Mindset is everything. So number five is creating the self-discipline and developing patience. Two major ones. So you need that self-discipline and you need the patience, right? Because as traders, we don't trade all day, every day, right? We wait for a setup. So trading is more waiting than it is actually trading stocks all day, making money, right? Sometimes it could take a week, a month and a half, or longer to have that stock approach a buy zone where you feel fit to enter in because that's where you would like to make money in a safe way, right? So now, six is taking responsibility for your trading actions. Nobody else is responsible for the outcome of your trades except yourself. Once you realize that, that's when you'll achieve a higher level of self-awareness and a higher sense of feeling achieved, right? Simply because when people tend to lose money, they tend to blame the market, like, oh man, the market was bad today, the market did this, oh that's why I lost money. No, you lost money because of yourself and your own doing. Seven is you need to eliminate fear completely. If you're trading with fear, you're blocking out all other possibilities, because when you're fearful, fear is immobilizing, right? So if you're in a trade that's losing money rapidly, instantly you turn to your protective mechanism in your body that's like, I need to block everything else out and only focus on how I can get out of this trade and not lose even more money, right? Your rational thought process starts kicking in to protect yourself, right? And that's when you're fearful and no other possibilities exist. Number eight is you should fully accept the risk. You are always in control of risk, right? So yes, there is risk on every single trade that you take, but you are in control. So if you invest, let's say $1,000, you're not risking that entire $1,000. You could be risking $10. You could be risking $100, $50, $20, whatever it is. You determine the risk. Nine is you need to have a positive winning attitude, right? If you're a negative person and you go into every trade with a negative attitude, like, oh man, this isn't going to work. Oh man, what if it doesn't? What if? Stop with the what ifs and start with the, I'm okay with any outcome because I'm confident in myself and my trading plan and my trading system. Number 10 is you need to understand loss will happen and you need to embrace them just as much as your wins, right? Think about your losses as a business expense, because in trading, there are no expenses except your losses. In business, say if you're running a store, you have workers you have to pay. You have rent you have to pay. You have electric bills you have to pay, right? You have so many different bills. That's overhead. In trading, your losses are your overhead. That's how you need to think about it. That you're paying to play. So every time you enter a trade, the risk is what you're willing to risk to see if that trade is right or wrong, right? So now let's go to the next slide. The skills needed to be a trader. You need extreme focus. You need strong discipline. You need to have a neutral mind, right? You can't be too optimistic and you can't be too pessimistic, right? You have to think in terms of, I'm going to take this trade because my edge calls for it, and I'm okay with any outcome because I capped my downside, and I'm okay with the loss if a loss does occur. Now, you need to have no fear towards the market, right? No fear, because you're in control of everything that happens to yourself. So if you're in control, what is there to fear? The market isn't generating information to make you scared. It's just generating what's going on from buyers and sellers. Buyers and sellers. Market's going up, market going down. It's not meant to make you scared. It's meant to make you perceive what's happening and take it as you wish, right? Use zero emotion to trade. When you trade, you need to trade based off of your intellect, right? Not based off of your opinion, right? You cannot be biased toward a stock like, oh, you know what? I love Apple stock and I know they're going to go up because it's Apple. No, that's not a reason why you trade, right? You're using an emotion to trade, right? You never use hope either. Hope is also an emotion. You should never take losses personal, right? The day that you could take a loss and still smile, that's the day where you did not take that loss personal and think that the market did something to you personally, right? Because every time you lose money, someone's making money. Every time you make money, someone's losing money. That's part of the game. You pay to play. You need to be confident and trust yourself. If you don't trust yourself, how are you going to trust your plan and trust your system to make money, right? If you're not confident, how are you going to achieve anything? This applies to anything in life. If you're going into, let's say, take a test in school and you're not confident in your knowledge, you think, I'm going to fail. You're not confident. You're most likely going to fail. You also need memory, right? Memory is also key because you need to remember what's going on in a fast-paced market, why price is moving, price is going up, going down. You need to remember what your plan is. Even though you can have it in front of you, you still need to have a good sense of memory. Thinking in probabilities is also key because it's a game of probabilities. Think of something like a coin toss, right? In a coin toss, there are no edges. It's simply just 50-50. You either throw the coin, it's either heads or tails. There's nothing that you can do to make it land on heads, and there's nothing that you could do to make it land on tails, right? But in the market, same principle, but there's nothing you could do to win the trade, and there's nothing you could do to lose the trade except manage the trade in an appropriate manner with a good winning attitude and using your trading psychology, right? So there is no such thing as a bad market. Think about this for a second. You hear all the time, oh man, the market's doing bad today, the market's doing bad. Yes, in terms the market could be red, right? All indexes are going down, but in a sense, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad market because guess what? Bulls make money, bears make money, but the pigs get slaughtered, right? What that means is that the bulls, the buyers, make money on price going up. The bears make money, which are the sellers, on price going down, and the pigs get slaughtered. The pigs are the amateurs and the beginners in between that use emotion and no sense of skill to trade. They just get in and out the trades. They lose money. They don't understand why. They're very emotional about it. Those are the pigs. So remember, bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. I really hope you guys like this video on the mindset needed to be a trader and the skills needed to be a trader. I'm going to be doing much more videos on this in the coming days. Thank you guys. Have a blessed week. Take care. And don't forget to hit the like, thumbs up, subscribe, turn on that post notifications. Take care, guys. Have a good week.